From Bellator lightweight champion to jaw-dropping wars in the UFC, Chandler's career has been defined by explosive power and relentless pace. This is the story of Michael Chandler and how he became one of the most exciting names in MMA. Michael Chandler's journey began in High Ridge, Missouri, where he grew up as the second of 4 children in a hardworking family.
My dad was the hardest working man I know. The home that I grew up in High Ridge, Missouri, my dad built it with his bare hands. But my mom was really kind of the glue that held us all together.
He excelled in both football and wrestling, eventually finishing as the runner-up at the state wrestling championships during his senior year. He earned the title of Most Valuable Wrestler in his senior season. Chandler took his talent to the University of Missouri, walking onto the wrestling team without an athletic scholarship. Against the difficulties, he became a 4-time NCAA Division I qualifier and achieved over 100 career wins, earning All-American honors in his senior year.
And he came home and he says, I think I'm going to get into the fighting. And I'm like, are you sure that's what you want to do?
Luckily for me, I had 2 guys that I wrestled with, Ben Askren and Tyron Woodley. Both, those 2 guys were like my big brothers, so I figured I'd give it a try and have not looked back since.
Skipping the amateur phase, he made his professional debut in 2009 with a dominant first-round TKO victory. Chandler quickly made a name for himself in Strikeforce, securing back-to-back wins through knockout and submission. In 2010, Chandler debuted in Bellator, marking the start of a legendary run. After several impressive victories, Chandler entered the Bellator Season 4 lightweight tournament, showcasing his elite wrestling and submission skills. He defeated top contenders, including a brutal arm triangle choke victory over Marcin Held and a unanimous decision win over Patrick Pitbull in the finals. Chandler's defining moment came on November 19, 2011, when he faced Eddie Alvarez for the Bellator Lightweight World Championship. In a thrilling battle,
he got him in the white trunks. He hurt him bad. He's letting go. Alvarez in all sorts of trouble trying to hold him.
Chandler claimed victory by submission in the 4th round, cementing his place as a world champion. From there, he continued his reign with dominant performances, including a lightning-fast knockout of Akihiro Gono
Chandler's looking to finish,
and a successful title defense against Rick Hahn. Chandler's strict aim and resilience made him one of the most challenging fighters in MMA. After a dominant title defense, Chandler was scheduled to defend his lightweight title against Dave Jansen. However, Jansen withdrew due to injury, and Chandler faced David Rickles at Bellator 97. A brutal knockout in the 1st round silenced any doubts and kept Chandler's momentum rolling.
Rickles in all sorts of trouble, and that is it! A lightning strike title defense for Michael Chandler.
But a rematch with Eddie Alvarez at Bellator 106 in a very close contest. This time, Chandler lost by a split decision. A trilogy bout was scheduled, but Alvarez suffered a concussion just a week before the bout. Instead, Chandler faced Brooks for the interim lightweight title. The back-and-forth contest ended with Chandler losing by a split decision. With Alvarez leaving Bellator, Chandler was granted another shot at Brooks, this time for the vacant lightweight title. At Bellator 131, Chandler fought hard, but Brooks proved too much, finishing the fight in the 4th round by TKO.
I went through 3 losses in a row. I mean, that's rough. I mean, the first loss to Eddie Alvarez was a tough split decision. A lot of people thought I won. He then had a back injury and then fought Will Brooks when I shouldn't have on basically 1 week of training, which led to another loss, which led to another lack of confidence, and then another loss. So I went through that tough, dark time, you know.
After 3 straight losses, Chandler faced Derek Campos at Bellator 138. After an early knockdown, Chandler capitalized on his opponent's weakness, securing a 1st-round submission victory.
That is tight. That is deep under the chin. And there's the tap.
Later that year, Chandler rematched David Rickles at Bellator 145 and ended the fight in the 2nd round with a technical knockout. At Bellator 157, Chandler was ready for another title shot. He faced Patrick Pitbull, a fighter known for his knockout power. But on this night, Chandler delivered a vicious knockout in the 1st round. reclaiming the Bellator lightweight championship. For his first title defense, Chandler took on former UFC lightweight champion Benson Henderson at Bellator 165. The fight was a grueling, back-and-forth affair, showcasing Chandler's resilience and heart. After 5 intense rounds, Chandler emerged victorious by split decision, proving once again why he belonged among the elite. But in his second defense, on June 24, 2017, Chandler faced Brent Primus. Early in the fight, Chandler's left ankle gave way, visibly injured. Despite trying to fight through the pain, the bout was stopped in favor of Primus, who claimed the lightweight title by TKO. Following the heartbreaking loss, Chandler took almost a year to recover.
I stepped back, rolled the ankle, pinched that nerve, and then my foot just went straight.
So from
rock.
rolling the ankle, that's what did it? That's what pinched the nerve?
Yeah, you see where I stepped back?
Yeah.
And I had no idea. I wish I would have had the hindsight to just not chase. I mean, I have this thing where I love to hit people and run at them and like go in for the kill, which has worked very well for me in my career.
He returned to action at Bellator 192, facing Goiti Yamauchi. Chandler's dominance was on full display as he controlled the fight, earning a unanimous decision victory. The rematch with Brent Primus was set for April 2018, but an injury to Primus delayed their showdown. Chandler instead faced Brandon Gertz, delivering another first-round submission win. In December 2018, the long-awaited rematch with Primus finally took place at Bellator 212. Chandler was relentless, out-wrestling Primus throughout the fight and reclaiming his title with a unanimous decision victory. But the road wouldn't be easy. At Bellator 221, Chandler faced Patricio Pitbull, with Pitbull moving up a weight class to challenge him. In a shocking twist, Chandler lost through a first-round TKO, marking a painful end to his title reign.
The unpredictable. Chandler gets rocked by Patricio Pitbull. You talk about unpredictable.
Chandler returned to action in December 2019. After a scheduled rematch with Benson Henderson fell through, he faced Sidney Outlaw. Chandler delivered another signature knockout in the first round, making it clear he was still a force to be considered. Finally, Chandler and Henderson met again at Bellator 243. This time, Chandler ended the fight with a stunning first-round knockout. The win cemented Chandler's status as one of the most dangerous lightweights in the Bellator.
Always comes out at 100 miles an hour. That was a nice shot. He's down.
Determined to prove himself the best lightweight in the world, Chandler left Bellator and signed with the UFC, ready to face the toughest competition. Chandler made his UFC debut against Dan Hooker at UFC 257 on January 2021, where he delivered a spectacular first-round knockout. His explosive performance earned him the Performance of the Night award.
And look at the immediate... Oh! Big knockdown for Michael Chandler! Big right hand, Dan's hurt. Hooker covering up!
It's over.
Riding high on his debut success, Chandler was soon booked to fight for the vacant UFC lightweight championship against Charles Oliveira at UFC 262, following Khabib's retirement. Despite almost finishing Oliveira in the first round, Chandler was stopped by a TKO early in the second round, coming up just short of winning the title. Chandler's next big test came against Justin Gaethje at UFC 268. The two warriors put on a thrilling back-and-forth battle, with Chandler ultimately losing by unanimous decision. The fight earned Fight of the Night honors and was later recognized as Fight of the Year by the UFC and various MMA media outlets. On May 7, 2022, Chandler faced Tony Ferguson and delivered one of the most memorable knockouts in UFC history with a front kick in the second round.
But honestly, was a
Chandler then took on Dustin Poirier at UFC 281 in another hard-fought battle. He lost the fight by a rear-naked choke submission in the third round, but walked away with yet another Fight of the Night bonus.
Oh, Dustin now. Oh, he's getting taking his low.
Oh, he's got it. He's in tight. He's got it tight. He got it.
If you want to see how Khamzat Chimaev became one of the most dominant fighters in MMA, click here to watch the full breakdown. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more epic MMA content.